Have you ever wondered where magic with a K comes from? Long before card tricks and stage acts, human beings around the world used rituals, spoken formulas, and symbols to try to influence unseen forces. In this video, we'll explore how those practices began and why people continue to believe in magic today. Our story starts in ancient Mesopotamia, more than 4,000 years ago. For the Assyrians and Babylonians, magic wasn't separate from medicine or science. When someone fell ill, physicians prescribed both herbs and spoken spells. The same specialists who wrote the incantations were also scribes, priests, and physicians. These rituals weren't seen as trickery. Defensive magic, known in Akkadian as asiputu or masmasutu, was performed openly and aimed to protect people from demons, ghosts, and curses. To counter witchcraft, the afflicted person might make a clay effigy of the sorcerer and ritually burn it. In Egypt, magic, personified by the god Heka, was an integral part of religion. Spells in the Book of the Dead were carved inside pyramids to guide pharaohs through the afterlife. Ordinary Egyptians wore amulets to reaffirm the fundamental fairness of the universe. Words themselves were believed to create reality, so speaking or writing a formula was an act of creation. Notice that in these cultures, there was little distinction between magic and religion. Magic wasn't demonized. It was a tool bestowed by the gods to ward off the blow of events. The English word magic traces back to the Persian word magos. When the term entered ancient Greek as magos and mageia around the 6th century BCE, it picked up negative connotations. Greek authors used it to describe foreigners' rites they viewed as fraudulent or dangerous. To the Greeks and later Romans, magic was not separate from religion, but was considered an improper outsider version of it. By the 1st century BCE, the word had entered Latin as magus and magia, and Roman laws criminalized what they deemed magical acts. Even so, people of all classes engaged in binding spells, or katadesmoi, and used papyri filled with mysterious symbols and magic words to invoke spirits. Belief persisted despite official disapproval. Fast forward to the early 20th century. Occultist Aleister Crowley coined the spelling magic to distinguish spiritual practice from stage magic. He defined magic as the science and art of causing change in accordance with one's will. Crowley saw magic as any action, mundane or mystical, that helps a person fulfill their true will. The added K also carried numerological significance. K is the 11th letter of the alphabet, a number he considered important. Modern ceremonial magic combines elements of medieval grimoires, Hermetic philosophy, yoga, and other traditions. Many contemporary Wiccans and occultists adopt the K to emphasize that their practices are spiritual rather than stage tricks. Magic persists because it meets human needs. Cultural anthropologist Anne-Maria Makulu notes that people often believe in witchcraft or magic to seek justice in an unjust world. Believers imagine that magic can create equality or redress wrongs. At Duke University, she explained that we live in a bewildering world with little control. Magic allows us to imagine doing things we can't do as ordinary human beings. Makulu adds that people use magic to accrue wealth, to advance in life, and to recuperate what they see as ethical and moral. Psychologists describe a powerful form of magical thinking. Researcher Eugene Sabatsky found that adults suppress magical beliefs, but can quickly revive them when a practical benefit is on the line. Magical and scientific beliefs can coexist. We may use both depending on the situation. Magical thinking is deeply rooted in childhood imagination, helping kids master problems and feel independent. In adulthood, it surfaces when we face complex situations or technologies. For example, we accept that dragging files into the computer's trash can makes them disappear, a user illusion grounded in magical thought. Anthropologist Bronisław Malinowski observed that fishermen in the Trobriand Islands performed few rituals in calm lagoons, but elaborate magic when sailing on the unpredictable open sea. Rituals provided an illusory sense of control and reduced anxiety during dangerous voyages. During the 1990-91 Gulf War, researchers likewise recorded more superstitious behavior in areas under missile threat. Students performing high-stakes exams often invent rituals even if they deny believing in them. Cognitive biases also play a role. Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman describes two systems of thought, a fast, intuitive System 1 and a slow, analytical System 2. System 1 relies on shortcuts and can lead to false causal connections, the essence of magical thinking. Social psychologist Jane Risen argues that magical beliefs are simply reflections of the shortcuts and heuristics our minds use every day. Even in secular societies, rituals and superstitions provide comfort. People knock on wood, avoid walking under ladders, or make wishes before blowing out candles. These small acts offer a sense of agency in an unpredictable world and link us to a long history of using symbolism and ritual to navigate uncertainty. From Mesopotamian incantations to Crowley's magic, people have always sought ways to influence the unseen. Whether these practices work in a literal sense matters less than what they offer: meaning, control, and connection. Magic endures because it speaks to our deepest hopes and anxieties, reminding us that, in a world full of unknowns, we still yearn for wonder.